Now, sedans are supposed to be fuel efficient, right? Well, what happens when you add 807 horsepower? Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor. Today we've got the real-world highway fuel economy test of the 2022 Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat wide-body red-eye Jailbreak with 807 horsepower, some sticky summer tires, and a whole lot of go-fast bits. In today's test, we're going to go out and do 25 miles out and 25 miles back, averaging 70 miles per hour to get a realistic fuel economy rating for this super sedan. Before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. Hear it rumbling away here, even louder than that RV running. This is the ultimate Charger. 807 horsepower, all the grip, all the width, and a very attractive color striped wheel combination here done by the SRT and Dodge press team. If you do want to see more on this, just listen to that. If you do want to see more on this, check the link in the description. Yes, this isn't going to be the most exciting driving in this video, but we've got other videos for that. Got a video of the 19-speaker Harman Kardon audio system, all sorts of good things that I will link in the description. So why do we do this test? Well, the EPA's highway fuel economy test, which gives this Charger 21 miles per gallon, that test only averages 48 miles per hour. We know there are plenty of people who take their vehicles, yes, even cars like this, out on highway road trips, and you'd like to know what sort of numbers you can realistically expect in the real world. In order to do that, we're going to head over to the gas station here, fill up, go out and do 50 miles, come back, fill up at the same pump using the same 3-click fueling method, and get a result. Hustle over here while the light is green. A few things to note for today. Outside temperature is 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Our tire pressures have been set to their door placard, 32 psi cold. And we're going to run the climate control at 73 degrees auto. Looks like we've got fuel on our left, so we're going to loop around this way. Always try to hit the same pump here, get out of the way of degeneracy. All right, let's hop out and fill it up. 6.177 gallons going in for our first fill. Can't believe we've already used 6 gallons in this thing since receiving it yesterday. I think I've only driven like 32 miles, something like that. All right, before we start the engine, we're going to reset our trip computer and our GPS, and we're ready to begin. We're gonna take it nice and easy over to the highway. It's just about 0.3 miles away. Pick up the test from there. Now, the goal of this test isn't to hypermile. We're not trying to get the best possible fuel economy, but rather a realistic figure. In order to do that, we're going to get up to highway speed here at a reasonable pace, or at least maybe reasonable for a normal car. Perhaps Hellcat owners are getting onto the highway with a little bit more excitement. We're just going to lean onto it here. And we're going to set our cruise control at a GPS indicated 72 miles per hour. That should allow us to average right about 70 over the whole test. Obviously, just using a fraction of the power available to us to get this thing up to 70. Got here. It looks like the speedometer is pretty darn accurate. Come down and set at 72 on the dash. It's giving us 72 on the GPS. Initial highway observations. Pretty comfortable. This should be a pretty comfortable ride. The engine settled down to, looks like we're at about, tachometer's actually a little hard to read. What do we got here? About 1,500 RPM. I don't know if we've got cylinder deactivation in this car. That might only be in the scat packs. But either way, we're going to continue on with the test and catch up with you at the end. In the meantime, enjoy this time lapse of the entire trip.
It's not a game, it's a rage thing.
Coming into the end of the highway fuel economy test here in the Charger Jailbreak, to call it short. Doing a little bit better than EPA according to the vehicle's trip computer. 22.6 miles per gallon on the readout after 59.2 miles. We've got a pretty accurate tripometer in this car too. 59.2 on the dash, 59.3 on the GPS. Like to see that. Other than that, the Charger is a good highway road tripper. It's fairly quiet in here, all things considered. This engine calms right down. Seats are comfortable. I mean, it's a big floaty sedan at the end of the day. I'm pretty happy with that. We're gonna get back to the gas pump here and fill up and see what our final number is based on the calculations. Well, this is unfortunate. We clearly had some sort of filling error either on the first fill or the second, probably the first fill, because I was only able to put 2.257 gallons in here. With tried the pump multiple times. It was nice and topped off, so I don't know if it's a vapor issue or what, but that would be way too little fuel for the amount of miles we traveled, because we ended up doing 60.8. So if we did that math, 60.8 divided by 2.257 gallons, giving us 27 miles per gallon, and that's just not realistic. It really isn't. So unfortunate not to get a very scientific answer there, but I want to go a little bit more off the car's trip computer. I think that's going to be a little bit more of an accurate number. That's given us, well, it's not even showing right now without the car running, 22.8 miles per gallon. I think, why? Autoplay is literally off. I'd say just for benefit of the doubt of the car, let's do that. Let's round up to 23 miles per gallon. Fine number considering the amount of horsepower we're running with here. 23 miles per gallon times the 18.5 gallon fuel tanks in here is giving you an effective highway cruising range of just over 420 miles here in the Dodge Charger Hellcat Red-Eye Jailbreak. Thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on the Charger Jailbreak, check the link in the description, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.